we don't need any charades. What we need is the Senate, which passed the bill on the 31st of May, to send the bill to the governor. Stop the game playing, stop the delays and whatever else they're doing over there. They passed their masterpiece on May 31st. Bring it on. Make my day. And I'll be happy to examine that bill and use the power of the governor's office and the executive branch to send them how I feel about their bill and about the framework I think we need to have in Illinois that makes sure the public is protected at all times when it comes to integrity and gambling, and then also to make sure that we don't have a wide open gaming situation in Illinois. We need, obviously, in my opinion, to scale it back and use the revenues, whatever they are, for important purposes like schools.
Will you work to pass your version of the gambling bill?
My view is I laid out a framework last week. I think it's a very reasonable framework that's based on common sense and integrity. I've had nothing but compliments and support from people all over Illinois on that framework. I expect the Senate, if it has a bill, to send it to the governor. We'll take care of the defects and we'll remedy them and make sure that people of Illinois have a fair shake.
How willing are you to line up with nothing on this? How willing are you to line up with nothing on gambling?
Well, the bottom line is always to do things right. That's why I'm here. We're here to reform things. We're not doing things the old way, any old way. That's a bad way. And we want to make sure we do it the right way the first time and always. And so the way the legislative process works and the democracy works, when the Senate passes a bill 4.5 months ago, send it to the governor. Bring it on. And if they don't want to bring it on, then explain why.
Hey, Governor, there were a couple of lobbyists who were with IFT who have been able to slip into a window that allowed them into TRS with no prior teaching experience besides substitute teaching one day.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to try to do about that? What do you think you can do? Mm-hmm. What will you do?
Well, I think it's a flagrant abuse. And I think it needs to be stopped and stopped now. I think those individuals should pull back from trying to take any benefit from teaching one day as a substitute. That's just plain wrong. I think they probably realize that now. I think we need to pass laws right away, the next few days, that will prevent pension abuse. And there's other abuses that need to be attended to. I've mentioned this to the legislative leaders, and we're going to get the job done for the public.
Governor,